do the training session now, a little bit of it right now. So this training session was to help you students understand how you can present yourselves in these bytes. So what Harpit and I are going to do is, we have about 4 tips that I want all of you to take away from today's session as to the art of communication. We have some 4 interesting tips we are going to explain. But before that, I want maybe 2 volunteers this time to please come up so we can demonstrate these tips. Can I quickly have 2 volunteers who have not come up? The 2 people who are coming up right now are role models for this institution. Can I see 2 people come up as volunteers?
Can we have 2 volunteers?
If you want to encourage your friend on the left, please do so, and the other person encourage your friend on the right. We want 2 volunteers. Yes, great job. We see a student coming from the back. Okay, let's start with the first tip. How can we will work on just 1 tip before ma'am joins us, and then we'll finally get to the launch which we are waiting for. We're going to start with 1 tip, and that is the use of a question. I think all of you heard when we were speaking, we often asked you questions. Or in the mental health
That's
video,
right. During our mental health example, we asked 1 question at the start of the talk. Does anyone remember that question? The 1 question that we asked.
Okay, what can you not see but can always feel? So why did we ask you this question? Because questions are going to help you engage your listeners, your audience. Anyone can come up, stand, and read from a speech. That is not communication. Communication is connecting with the person you are talking to, making eye contact. We will talk about that later. But we want all of you to use this 1 tip. In whatever presentation, speech, communication, activity, we want you to use 1 quote. So I think you all know what quotes are as well. Quotes are just important, powerful statements. For example, you might have heard education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Why do we say quotes when we are speaking? Because they help capture the attention of our listeners and our audience. And would any of you like to use a small quote or either a question? I want you to think of any quote you know, or I want you to pose a question to the audience that they have to answer. Any topic. So you can choose, maybe it can be education, technology, environment. I want you to think of 1 question or 1 quote. Tamil lo kuda kekkalam.
First of all, good morning to one and all. I am M. Rubini from pharmacy. That I had created 1 quote, that is, don't get retired before you try. This is one I think I created, and this makes me motivated. Don't get retired before you get tried into your thing that you wishes to do.
That's good.
Amazing job. Huge round of applause.
Round of applause. Nice.
Can everyone repeat her quote? Would you like to say it again? We will all repeat after you.
That we should not get retired before we get tried.
Okay. We should not get retired before we try. Can you repeat that? We should not get retired before we try. So we should always keep trying. Amazing job. And you made that quote yourself, which is wonderful. Okay, great job. Can we have the next student? Any question or a quote for the audience?
Good morning. I'm Catherine from Department of Forensic Science. I'm going to say a quote. Work hard in silence, let your success make noise. Which means we should work hard in silence and our success should make noise.
Amazing job. That is such a nice quote. Can all of you repeat that? So, work hard in silence. Let your success make the noise. What does this mean? You do not have to showcase everything that you're working towards. You do not have to boast about your achievements. It is only just working in silence, doing whatever it is you're passionate about. Let your success show how hardworking and dedicated you are. So let's repeat that. I want to hear this from all of you. Work hard in silence and let your success make noise.
Let your success make noise.
Great. So hoping to see more energy, but amazing.
Thank you.
Yes, can we have our last student quote or question for the audience?
Hello everyone. I am Sivaranjani from Department of Forensic Science. You all know about this quote. Everything is possible but nothing is impossible.
Okay, that is a nice simple quote that we can all follow along. Can you repeat it once more and we will all repeat?
Everything is possible, nothing is impossible.
Everything is possible, nothing is impossible. Make sure you don't switch up possible and impossible. Amazing job. So, do you have a question as well? Or just a quote? Any question? The question can be so simple. I just want you to interact with the audience. Ask them any question you can think of.
Why you all can choose this course?
Does anyone have any answers? Do you want to repeat your question?
Why you all can choose this course for your future studies, for your future jobs?
Okay, and which course are you specifically referring to? Okay, so she has posed the question, what course maybe are you going to choose in the future? Can I have maybe 2 people answer very quickly? This is a technical question, so I want answers for this. Just come up and confidently say, what course are you going to pursue in the future? And I want you to give it as a full sentence. I am going to pursue this, not just the exact course, okay? So I need 2 volunteers. Can we have 2 more volunteers come up? Okay, the people who have already come up, you can also walk up if you would like to. I want to see more participation. Okay, I think what we should do is we need some encouragement. So to all of you, we have a challenge. You need to make the person on your left come up and speak. You have 1 minute to do that. I want you to convince the person on your left to come up and speak, and we need to have 2 volunteers. Can we see that? Yes, I need to see you persuading them. Tell them why come up and speak on stage here. Very simple question. Do not hesitate. I want to see 2 people. 1 from this side of the auditorium and 1 from this side. Yes, please come up. 1 person. Now, if you have not convinced the person, that is a lack of your own skills. So I want you to convince the person on your left. 1 person come up. The question is simple. What course are you going to pursue in the future?
It's a very simple question.
Very simple question. Maybe we should tell you a bit about our answer and then we'll hear from all of you. So in the future, we are very interested in the fields of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and computer science, because these are not just fields that are limited to tech problems, but you can use these as tools to solve problems in education, in medicine, in healthcare, and so much more. We are also passionate about entrepreneurship, and we'll be pursuing that. That's simple. That was our answer. I want 2 people to come up and give us their answer.
We just need 2 volunteers. Anyone come up.
Would anyone in this front row like to come up? What are you going to pursue in the future? It's that simple. Yes, please come up. And
Let's
can
go.
we have 1 more person? Can we have a huge round of applause?
Round of applause.
Please come up. Now, it is a very small question. Just what course are you going to pursue in the future? But I have a lot of hesitation, and that's okay, because maybe you're not used to getting up on stage or talking, but I want you to change that. to come up and make a change.
So
Yes.
would you like to answer the question? What course do you prefer?
I don't like to pursue any course teacher. My father is a businessman, so I should learn from my father and I should develop my father's business.
Okay, taking up the family business is her answer. Great job.
That's good.
And what would you like to do?
I like it electrical and electronical engineering. My work done is EB and the power grid.
Okay, amazing job.
That's
She
good.
gave us her answer. And finally, what would you like to do?
I referred MBA to.
Okay, she's interested in an MBA. Amazing. Please clap for the 3 students who came up.
Round of applause. Good job.
And you might be wondering, why am I asking you to clap just for a short word that they said? It is the fact that they came on stage that everybody needs to appreciate. Okay, so we talked about quote, question. We have 2 more left.
And the next tip that we have is body language. So how many of you here know what body language is?
Communication is only almost 50% speaking and words. The other 50% of communication is going to be in body language. And body language refers to making eye contact with the people you are speaking with. The simplest of things. Imagine if I was looking down and talking to all of you. Do you feel connected? No, right? And the reason is because when you make eye contact with people, it shows that you are confident, that you want them to listen to what you have to share. And the final tip that we have for you, something very simple, it is fact. What do I mean by fact? How many of you know Samsung here? Samsung or a technology company?
Samsung, the
Now your
company that makes phones.
Vechipanga. Yes, I see some hands up. Now Samsung or a technological company. Nariya phones, laptops, products ellam vechirukanga. Now I'm going to be talking about technology. I can start my speech with a fun fact. It is Samsung used to be a grocery store or a supermarket at the start. So what does this fact do? Facts are there to surprise your audience, to surprise your listeners, and kunja funny irkum, kunja humor irkum. But people might forget how you say something or what you say, but they will never forget how you make them feel. So what are the 4 things that we have learned, 4 tips that we have learned? Let's start from the start, and I want you all to repeat them. The first one was question. Yes, I got an answer from some of you. The first one was question. Can I have all of you repeat that? Question. Think of a creative question to ask your listeners. What was number 2? Amazing. It is quote. Think of a quote from a famous person, or you can make a quote yourself. It is just a powerful tool.
Now what was the third tip? Third one.
Body language, amazing.
That's
I heard
good.
the answer from here. I hear more answers from this side. I want this side to participate too. It is body language. Always be aware of the way you present yourself when you are talking to people. And what was the last one? Can I have the answer from this side?
Fact.
Yes,
That's
great
right.
job. It is fact. So these 4 tips are what we want you to keep in mind the next time you are communicating. We call these the art of communication because these simple things are going to make the difference in being a successful communicator or just someone who is talking but you are not connecting with your listeners. All right, and thank you so much. I think we will now finally proceed towards the launch of our initiative. Okay, so we will be pausing for a short break, after which we will continue with the actual launch. Thank you all for waiting.
Thank everyone for
we have been
listening to
saying
us.
we are going to start the launch, but save the best for the last. So let's take a small break and we will continue shortly. Thank you all so
Thank
much.
you everyone.